We're going to talk now to the attorney for Deborah Ramirez, John Clune. He joins us now from Missoula, Montana. Mr. Clune, thank you for joining us this morning. Got to get you first to respond to the president. He says your client has nothing, was all messed up.
Yeah, George, I found that comment by the president to be pretty disgusting and pretty hurtful. I mean, I think everybody can understand why a politician wants to spin what is, bad information, but to do it in that mocking fashion of Ms. Ramirez was really inappropriate.
But I do want to ask you about Deborah Ramirez's testimony. The New York Times reports that Ms. Ramirez contacted some former Yale classmates and told some of them that she couldn't be certain Mr. Kavanaugh was the one who exposed himself. Is that true? And is she now certain it was Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yeah, my understanding is that is true. I haven't spoken with her about that, but I think she is being criticized by some people for being very, very deliberate and very careful about the information that she put out there. And so, she was very mindful of the fact that there was some information that she was confident in, some that she was not confident in, and she only put forward that information to the New Yorker that she was confident actually occurred. And that was the purpose of reaching out to other individuals.
So is she now
believes
certain
wholeheartedly that it was Mr. Kavanaugh, yes.
She's now certain, and that has led to some questions as well. President Trump said, look at the lawyers yesterday, and is suggesting that perhaps you coaxed her and coached her testimony.
Well, I was not the attorney that was being referenced in the time that she was recalling what had happened. But the person that she did hire is somebody who is a career prosecutor, an expert in sex crimes, knows how to talk with survivors of sexual violence in a way that does not suggest information. He was the Boulder district attorney until just a few months ago. So he's not the kind of individual who would be remotely suggestive to help her craft some sort of story. It was just to help her work through, a very old memory.
The president's press secretary, Sarah Sanders, told me yesterday that the president is open to having Ms. Ramirez testify to the Senate Judiciary Committee. Is she willing to appear in public?
Well, I mean, she hasn't been invited, and this has been one of the really frustrating parts. Is we've been, emailing with the Senate Judiciary Committee. They want a full breakdown of everything that she knows, which is fine, but they're refusing to even talk to us and talk about what any kind of process would look like. So it's a little bit of a moot point until they show any sort of indication that they're willing to have her come forward. I presume that she would, but until they have a conversation with us about it, there's nothing we can do.
Can you clear that up? There appears to be a lot of conflicting stories about what exactly is going on. I talked to members in the Senate. They say they've sent you emails. They've asked you to provide evidence and testimony. You haven't complied with that. I know you said last night you thought you had a phone call set up for 7 p.m., but then the GOP staffers didn't show up on the phone call. Where do things stand exactly right now with the Senate Judiciary Committee?
So that's exactly what happened. Last night we had a phone call scheduled, and we showed up for the phone call. The minority party showed up for the phone call, and the majority party did not show up. And so, at this point, they keep on reiterating that they want more information. We'll be happy to provide them with more information, but why they won't even talk to us on the phone is a mystery.
So you say you're happy to provide them with more information. And is Ms. Ramirez willing to testify, not only if she's invited to the Senate Judiciary Committee, but willing to appear in public and tell her story?
Well, first of all, George, and what she has offered to do, I mean, I think it's very important to underscore that the process in place for the background investigation is to go through the FBI. This is something that has been in place for many years, and why everybody involved in this situation does not want an FBI investigation to this is very disturbing. I would think, this is a complete disaster for everybody involved: Judge Kavanaugh, the president, our client, the American people. And the only way to really get at the truth of what happened is for people to interview all the individuals who were present, all the individuals that were contacted shortly thereafter and heard about it. And without that, it's going to be a failed process, no matter how they do it. But she is willing to talk to the committee, but we need to find out more about what it is they actually are willing to do for her.
John Clune, thanks for your time this morning. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.